dread subs, dread doms, boils, ghouls, ghosts, goblins, players, viewers, and anyone else who happens to be watching, and welcome to the very last spine-tingling chapter of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. My name is Philip, I am the Dread Master, and I am surrounded by some wonderful players. Say good evening, players.
Good evening.
Good evening, players.
How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm great.
I have mixed feelings.
Yeah, mixed feelings. I did notice earlier as I was like, oh, this is the last time I'm ever going to be opening up everyone's Blood from a Stone character sheets. I'll never go to those I'll never go to those Google sheets again, except for when I go to them to like reference for future games where I'm like, how did I build this, you know? Times. Well, everyone, I'm very excited to be here with all of you. And I guess if Jeremy's really in the spirit here, everybody, in a pretty awesome way.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Before we went live, it said, I eat ass, is what it said. It's what Lauren told him to change it to, so we did that.
I did. It was my fault.
Yeah. It earlier said trick or treat, and when she walked in and saw that, she was like, oh, does it say eat ass? And then she's like, well, make it say that.
Eat.
And then when I saw it, my brain immediately went and auto-changed it to fat ass because I always assume people are insulting me.
Well, I would like to say that there is no group of people I'd rather talk about eating ass with.
Oh, for sure.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Well, let's see how we feel about that after tonight. But before we jump in, some kind of interesting news is that as of last night, Dan and Jed jointly called it, and they both got it because that was a different thing. But the point is, all 4 sets, Moon, Wolf, Mist, and Blood, all 4 D20 sets are complete. In addition to those, we have the Coffin D2 or coin, and we have 4 D4s, 1 in wood, 1 in blood red, and 2 in blood on ivory, which I think maybe are supposed to be fangs. Mm-hmm. So maybe these were fangs, not stakes. Or maybe these are fangs, and this is stake, and this is a haunted obelisk. I don't know. The point is, there's 1 box left, everybody. In the Dracula's Castle Adventure calendar. And boy, is that appropriate for this. So, everyone, we know that there are stake and or fang D4s. We know that there has been this, but as for what's left in this, there may be 1 thing, there may be 2. It's kind of open vote, just guess anything. We'll see what comes out.
Okay, I would like to ask a question.
Please.
And I understand if you do not answer it, but also this question can only be pertinent now. Will you shake the box for us? I can't hear.
I can't hear
There's no way. There's no way you'll hear over Zoom. They hear.
You gonna describe it?
It strongly sounds to me. Actually, I think I just lodged something because now I hear what sounds like a die rattling around inside.
Okay, great.
I mean, that answers something.
Sounds like 1. Yeah, they hear it. 1 thing rattling. I do think there's only 1 thing. I don't think there's multiple things.
Castle D20.
A castle D20. A haunted castle D20.
Not a bad guess.
I think it's a very small D20.
A mini D20.
Mm-hmm.
Of what design?
A spider.
Okay, you've been saying spider the whole time. It's got it.
Yep.
Somebody's got to give her a spider here someday.
What are the 4 designs we had?
Moon, Mist, Blood, and Wolf. And we have all 7 dice from each of those.
I think it's going to be a little gravestone, like a little headstone, D2.
A D2. I love it. That really could be it.
Very good, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the D20, but it's gonna be freaking bats.
Bats.
I freaking love Halloween.
Okay. And Jeremy?
Bats.
I'm gonna go with D20 pumpkin.
A D20 pumpkin. All right.
Wait, we have some interesting guesses in the chat as well.
I'm seeing a purple fang, I'm
Heart?
seeing just a miniature Dracula. Or a heart. That would be interesting. All right, I'm popping this
A
top,
heart?
guys. We're doing it. Ready?
Pop the top.
Huh?
Well, it
Press.
is a D2. Oh, what an interesting an unexpected D2. It appears to be.
Is it the bundle of documents that Jonathan Harker
It's
brought?
a skull.
It's a
Ooh.
skull D2 where one side has
I almost said skull. Damn it.
one. This is so in the weeds of it. So one side, both eyes have red, and on the other side, only one eye has red.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
So that's some like. This is some like. Cool. I flipped it and I got a 1. It'll take you a while
Gotta
to do it.
really look close. Should have been bats.
There you go.
That actually is a headstone if you didn't know, because they have headstones just like that.
Oh really? Okay.
It's a head on a stone.
Wow, Zane won.
Yeah.
Then Zane.
Good for you.
Then Zane, I will give you.
1 extra stroke.
A finishing
For your victory, Everett, you may
finish.
complete.
I'm gonna miss this game.
Everett, you may arrive.
Oh, what a bunch of perverts we are.
Jeremy, you don't match us.
What do you mean?
Backdrop.
What?
Oh yeah, I don't know if it'll pick up my face with this weird ass mask in the back. Let me see. Oh, it works.
There we go.
It does. Well. So friends, let's talk a little bit about what happened.
Nope.
You just gotta have it up like a welder's mask. Well, let's talk about what happened in our last session because it was somewhat
Eventful.
eventful and some things happened. We as sort of Maisie and Dracula have kind of moving around one another and the sort of the lead, you know, the sort of there have been setbacks and victories on both sides in kind of a keeping it interesting of a race. Oksana met up with Dracula, and the two of them found their way to Gibbet Hill, where Oksana heard Dracula describing this place as being
No more.
older than him and yet new, but connected to him, he thought. They witnessed some very creepy stuff with some children. Oksana undertook a trial sort of at Dracula's urging. Was he kind of setting her up to do it so he could drink the hill and leave? I mean, we can get into that later. But the point is, Oksana nearly perished there until, especially when she got tied to a giant stone cross and then a snake burst out of her chest.
Yep.
From where her heart used to be, and some children were real creepy, and she managed to drink a little from the blood-soaked ground and then jump off the hill into some trees, so she can, you know, she has survived, but it's intense. Meanwhile, the manager met up with the rest of the Mistwalkers. La Trovadora performed Ghost Riders in the Sky in reference to, and he also met for the first time Lady Rhiannon Dythe, who has some plans involving the Phantom Horse, who can get them out. She says he can get all of her sort of her children or her nieces and nephews, depending on how much we want to read into the boxer's description of the relationships they're in, how they could get everyone out. And so the manager sort of went down to Bitterpool, turned himself to mist, just the finger in the pool, and attracted that horse, who agreed to come and hear this proposal. So as the other Mistwalkers back away in fear, the manager walked there with the Dan is experiencing something.
I just realized, okay, you know how we have a bunch of different game systems that
Mhm.
work differently.
Mhm.
You know what I was doing all last week?
What?
I was not rolling my lore die.
That's also on me for not.
No. That's yeah. It's no, but I mean, nothing
should
that
give you a
happened,
refresher.
but,
It's just, you kind of have a You have a minimal advantage. Oh no, Jeremy has departed. That's sad. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment. We know his internet is not perfect where he is. It's a Thursday night stream, guys. A little different vibes. Well, you did well nonetheless, but now you're
Right,
doing
yeah,
better
I
with
just
that sort
realized
of-
that. Like, oh, wow, yeah.
In any case, he has now pulled up. He has now sort of pulled up the phantom horse who is going to treat with all of these mistwalkers. While Zeke, Johnny Voltage, Minnie, and Shelley took refuge away from the violence on campus, they went to Memory Lane's bowling alley. They tried some bowling. They exchanged some frustrated words. Then Ugeltlur, the Dreadlord of the Marshes of the Grave, came in and summoned a lot of water, killing Minnie and Shelley, who had one
R.I.P.
last kiss under the water, while Zeke and Johnny Voltage rushed out and thought they escaped until Ugeltlur walked out and just immediately saw them and found them and came and said, "What is going on?" Which, some dramatic irony there or whatever, as it turned out that he was only he was just, if Minnie had just spoken to him and explained it, he might not have murdered her, but instead he murdered her. That's blood from a stone. And then of course we ended with a scene with Dracula getting to the wreckage of his previous sort of Holdfast Hall, his previous sort of, refuge point and stronghold here, where his character brides and the fleecing schemester appeared, explaining how, Maisie sent the awareness and all that stuff after him. He said, whatever, I have a lot of blood in me again, I'm feeling rejuvenated, but I want to he basically needed a little frisky time, so he resurrected Everett Plantain out of the mists to come, and didn't really give Everett any time to reacclimate. He was like, no, we're doing it now. So with that, the stage is set for our final episode. I have received word from Jeremy that his internet cut out and he is working on it.
No.
So there you go. Anything to add? Anything I didn't mention from last week's game? All good.
Is this the last game?
What's
Is this
that?
the last game? Is this the last game?
Yes, this is our very last game.
Oh.
This is session 169, because, and I suppose I should mention that means it is a multiple of 13, which means my 13s count tonight.
Nice.
These 13s, the dread clock does sit at a very sweet, tight little 9. So that's a cool number.
Sweet, tight little 9.
Wow.
Yeah. Someday I'll
What a time to come back to stream.
pay for my sins.
But it is not this day.
But it is not this day. All right, so I've been saving this. I've known kind of the whole time that this was going to be our final, for the final episode. This is our final invocation for chapter 169 of Blood from a Stone: A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. I couldn't take it any longer, Lord, I was crazed, and when the feeling came upon me like a tidal wave, I started swearing to my God and on my mother's grave that I would love you till the end of time. I swore that I would love you to the end of time. So now I'm praying for the end of time to hurry up and arrive, because if I gotta spend another minute with you, I don't think that I can really survive. I'll never break my promise or forget my vow, but God only knows what I could do right now. I'm praying for the end of time, that's all that I can do. Praying for the end of time so I can end my time with you. All right.
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, it was long ago and it was far away, and it was so much better than it is today. It never felt so good, it never felt so right, and we were glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Oh God, that song is everything, isn't it? It's the reason the town's called Paradise, because of the song, you know. So, all right, friends. Let's everyone roll a d13.
Oh,
God, here we go.
12.
12.
10.
10.
5.
5.
Did you do it, Zane?
Yeah, I did it, baby.
Zane got a 13.
Damn it.
Oh,
Literally.
He's not with me.
final 13s, baby.
3. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So, we will be starting with Everett and Dracula. And by starting, I mean moments earlier, Dracula finishes. So then, as Dracula sort of... did you roll it again for me?
Oh, let's.
We're at the
do that right
denouement,
now.
so to speak.
Yeah.
It's a 1.
Great. It's some... In Dracula's case, it's post-dust clarity. In any
Ew.
event,
Dusty or musty?
Gotta clean out the pipes.
in any event, Dracula sort of stands up, stretching, pulls on his cloak. On the around him, just on the ground by the smoldering wreckage of Holdfast Hall, are Everett, the voluptuous bikini team dancer, the visionary who took lots of pictures, and Wednesday Line. Sitting off to one side, taking many notes, is the fleecing schemester. Holy smoke, whoa, that was a big finish, alright, didn't think he had it in him. Whoa, crazy. But the point is, as Dracula sort of stands and stretches, he says, "So, my enemy is moving against me, Everett. Forgive me for not filling you in, only filling you up. But now I will express to you what has been going on in your absence. The enemy moves against me, as you can see. Your old college has been attacked by creatures from another plane. But I still have agents. I still have vampires. I still have those through whom I can see and understand. Though Maisie thinks she holds the cards, she is mistaken. The Nightmare Rider is my ally. With him, you, all of you, can join me in taking a position of power in this place, one that we can spread to other realms as well. Provided you can continue making me feel as good as you do, Everett, there will always be a place for you here."
Well, you can take any position of power with me, Drac. Just let me know what you need me to do. Everything was dark, and there was mist, and now I'm here with you again, and I'll do anything that you say.
And it was screaming agony, I imagine.
It was terrible.
Stuck in the mist, I know. It is a dark fate that Maisie wishes for all the souls here. I have, and do not get me wrong, I have my anchors, I have my desires for vengeance. There are times I wish to make all around me suffer for the foolishness and arrogance they show, thinking they can stand against me, but to put all souls who perish into the mist in this way, it is wasteful, profligate, too much fear. And it will be Maisie's undoing. But for now, I reach out with my mind to two of my creations in particular who have a bit more gumption than... He just gestures at the 3 character brides, some of my other thralls. Manager, hear me. Hear the call of your master. Mr. Manager, as you are there sort of gathering with these things, you kind of do see these intense eyes sort of in the sky. Only you can see them. But it is the eye of Dracula beaming down. And he says, "Tell me where you are. Tell me what task you undertake. Tell me what you're trying to do now, my mist-walking servant."
Do I feel compelled to answer? Or can I fight it? Like,
You definitely feel like you could try to fight it, but you feel like a pull. So it's not like you definitely can fight against it, but you also actually, you know what? Detect vibe out the gate. I'll let you get a read on it before you attempt anything.
And I will roll my extra die this time.
I love it. But
I rolled a 6 on the lore die, so that explodes, right?
yes. But
Oh,
what did you roll on the D13?
6.
Yes. So
6.
yeah, explode the lore die for sure.
1, so total of 13.
Well, you don't add them.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
It's an advantage where one of the it's an uneven advantage. So it's a 7,
yeah.
so it's better than it would have been. But yeah, cool. Okay. So with a 7, you do think you don't like you can feel that you could just ignore this, but you also can tell like he knows where you are. He has some pull upon you. He has some power. So he did create you. Ultimately, he does have he can exert some control over you, but it may not, at range like this, you may have a little more autonomy and can always fight back and try.
Because my question is like, am I feeling compelled to like, am I like, is my mood towards this like affected by his power, or is it just like?
No, your feelings on it are entirely your own, but I think with a 7, you have a sense that he does have. That he literally made you, so you are his vampire spawn kind of situation. He kind of you're his,
Then I'll just start like muttering under my breath back to him.
Okay. You don't even have to speak. You can send it telepathically, so no one's the wiser around you, if you so choose.
Well, no, that's why I'm muttering.
Understood. Okay, perfect.
I'm like Merkshire. With Miss Walkers.
You have gathered in Merkshire, and what is it, Mr. Manager, that you do with your other Mistwalkers? Do not resist me. I am your king, am I not? I am your maker.
We're trying to get out of here.
Whatever it is you're trying to do, thwart it subtly. I will decide when you get out of here. The other Mistwalkers, they are not a part of my plan, but you, Manager, I will come for you soon. At this point, we will actually stay with the manager for a moment. So, manager.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, of your compatriots, Mind Counter-Eyed, baby!
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
if we're around a bunch of Mistwalkers, there could be worse and you're all allied with them, there could be worse places to be during a horror surge.
That is true. All right. Oh, that's so exciting. I was just hoping I would get one tonight, and I did. When it counts. All right, we are at 11, my friends. I'm now rolling to see if it's a horror surge. It is not. It is a 1. So, however, 13 in this case is kind of a not worst case scenario, but while you're doing this and you guys are sort of looking at this horse and kind of preparing something, Lady Rhiannon turns to the horse and then she turns back to you, noticing your muttering, which honestly may be part of your intention. She kind of pauses and says, "Manager, who are you speaking to?"
Do I get a sense that like Dracula's like presence has receded?
Yes, you no longer see the eye in the sky.
Count Dracula, he just reached out to me.
So your vampiric abilities do not come without entanglements?
Yeah, if you want to put it like that, yeah.
She turns to the phantom horse and says, "Forgive us. These mistwalkers of mine are unique creatures, and though they have my blood, one of them, the one who accomplish such an interesting means of attracting your attention has something else. What is it that Count Dracula wanted, Manager?
He said he would call out to me. He said he has plans for me. I don't know what that means.
It means we must move quickly. From what I can gather, he is playing his own game. I have seen in films on silver screens of purple mist that Count Dracula can command the Nightmare Rider. And as she says this, she turns to the Phantom Horse. The Nightmare Rider, that is a term you may not know and yet intrinsically understand, isn't it? The Phantom Horse just kind of lowers its head. The other Mistwalkers around you start looking kind of tense. And she says, my friend, I had wanted to do this in a slow, calm, rational, reasoning way, but I am afraid that we do not have time for that anymore. So instead, she then speaks in a language and says, Keskid. Keskid! You do understand the Shadow Elf language now. You understand the Umbral tongue, Manager, and she is saying shadow. Shadow now. And you see the Mistwalkers pause for but a moment before drawing out knives, weapons, various things, cutting their hands, and they all begin to chant in that umbral, shadowy language, hands extended toward the Phantom Horse. You see them doing this. Do you do the same, Mr. Manager?
I'm like, I don't have a knife, so I'm kind of standing there like, what?
She gives you a look like you have to do this, and the Phantom Horse seems to begin to rear up as if sensing that there's a trap being sprung. He seems very angry.
I'll pull out my erasable pen, and I'll kind of stab myself in the palm.
Sure. Go ahead and do a Well, you have physicality.
I can just use my fucking fangs.
That's what I was trying to. Yeah, I was getting that. So go ahead and do a bite roll.
10.
10 is you've got at least one raise on there. I'll roll a which kind of D4 you want me to roll to do a little bloody damage to yourself here.
The fang one, the white one.
Love it. 1. Hey, minimal. There you go.
Sick.
Yeah, you bite, you pant out. Interestingly, you just sort of start chanting whatever they're all chanting. Go ahead and give me a will roll. So, D10, D6, take the higher, etc., etc.
Yeah. Where is it? Which D10 is looking frisky tonight? How about you? That's a 4.
A 4. Okay. It's a success, but kind of not the highest degree. So as this is happening, I'm going to roll once on behalf of our dear sweet friend, the Phantom Horse. He is not rolling so well, and the Phantom Horse is seems a little, not quite hobbled, but is kind of, there's a lot of power, 13 points of power, as Lady Rhiannon is just kind of guiding you all in this thing. And from there, we will move to Zeke and to Johnny. Ugeltlur stands over you both. He has asked you what is going on. Kind of fish mouth, horrible scent. There's water just filling the streets behind him.
Well, there's a bunch of dreadlords and Dracula.
Yes, Dracula. Where?
Do you like Dracula?
Just starts talking like crazy fish language for a moment and then says, Gerstenkorn. Was I betrayed by Gerstenkorn?
Johnny just looks at Zeke like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Do we have any idea what he's talking about?
You know that Johannes Gerstenkorn brought him to that conclave of Dreadlords before the awareness attacked.
Okay. Do you want help getting back at Gerstenkorn?
Betrayed me.
So Dracula can help you.
He's asking if Gerstenkorn betrayed him.
Oh, I don't know.
He like rises up.
Dracula can help you.
Zeke, it's not something you're bad at. Go ahead and give me a manipulation roll. You are adept, so you get to roll 2d20 and use the higher.
All right.
And getting over a 12 would be really good for you.
Oh, I got a 20! I got a 20 and a 3.
Wonderful.
So let's
Well, the
go.
20 is better. You also regain 2 power, so you're back up to full. So
Whew,
that's exciting for
okay.
Zeke. You convince him that Dracula can help.
Okay.
He, looking down at you both, steps out and you see kind of like he's moving up hands and he's sensing pheromones and seeking Dracula. And he moves off down the street.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. But better that they're each other's problems than ours.
What do you even do?
I don't know what we do now. I think we have to go back to Dracula at some point.
You fucking crazy? We almost got shot to death by aliens over there.
Yeah, I'm aware. All right, let's I don't know, find somewhere to regroup. I think it's, well, we are the group.
There's not much left, is there?
No. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe we can find a bar or something, honestly, at this point.
No amount of whiskey is gonna unfuck this plate of existence at this point.
No, but if I'm gonna die, rather go out with a drink in my hand.
From behind, Johnny, from the guitar you hold, you can feel more than hear Elvira saying, "Oh, Johnny, and what do you want to have in your hand when you go out?"
I just like slowly reach back and like grab the guitar and squeeze it.
So, you guys are gonna just seek a drink, is the plan?
I guess.
I think so.
Alright. In the meantime,
Can we go back to that bar with the like stage on it?
the coffee house?
Yeah, the coffee house.
Sure. Yeah, you can go back. You can make your way back there.
Is there anything left of that place?
The stage is probably left. I suppose if you also just like, let me see here. If you just want like are you looking for a bar that has a stage, basically? You looking
Yeah,
for a place to
basically.
jack in?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, as a matter of fact, and this is fun because this was from a long, long time ago, and this is more a D&D pun, but I really like it. You are closer right now, to a strip club that I think we only ever saw the exterior of in one of our early episodes where people tried to go there and zombies attacked. It's called the 10-foot pole. So
Oh, snap!
if you'd like to, you could go to the 10-foot pole.
Why not?
Okay.
Zeke was there for that.
I believe so. Yeah, Zeke,
Yeah.
he kind of says, "Come on, we'll do a thing." And as you guys walk, Zeke, you do realize what building he's leading you to. Last time you were there were a lot of zombies.
Yeah. So, Johnny, we should be very careful and have our weapons loaded because the last time we were there was a zombie attack.
What place in this town hasn't been filled with zombies at this point?
Did I leave my motorcycle there?
God, you might have way back when. Yeah, I'm not sure if the motorcycle was there. I remember, but I can't remember if you guys. No, yeah, you guys escaped in a van, I think. And then I think your motorcycle then got stolen. I think you saw it later and it was like wrecked.
Ah, damn.
In any event, as you approach, you do notice that the lights are on, and though the rain is now falling, there are people going in and out. So there is not currently a zombie attack going on there. That being said, as you guys approach, we will check in with Oksana. I do really wonder what happened to your motorcycle. Hold on. Oksana.
Yes. Do I gain any power? I have been resting. I don't know
You
how
have been
much.
resting, and more irritating for me, you are wearing, or you did drink blood from that
That nasty
from
mound.
that nasty thing. Sorry, I'm trying to find Zeke's. Yeah, Zeke's bike. No, Zeke, you had a Camaro.
Did I?
Yeah, apparently.
Damn.
Didn't Johnny Karate or whatever his name is have?
Somebody had a bike there. It was episode 3 is when we were last at this place. But yeah, you had a Camaro.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I had to have a trunk to sell stuff out of.
Exactly.
Just at some point we got on a bike and then I just assumed it was mine.
Exactly. Oksana. Yes, because you have drunk of that mountain, of that hill, Gibbet Hill, you actually are now at full.
Hell yeah.
Because your regeneration is kicked in.
And my fang is back, right?
Ooh, roll a d13.
Fuck. Ah. 6.
Your fang is growing back, isn't completely back.
Okay. Fair enough.
And though it is morning has dawned on Gibbet Hill, it's now raining enough that there's not sunlight, and as you sort of continue on, as you go, however, Oksana, you hear a voice in your head, and you can kind of see those eyes of Dracula. So he goes, Oksana, hear me. If you survive, give me a sign. If you have made it through your ordeal, call to me.
Can I send a flash of the image of the snake bursting through my chest?
That is
that-
interesting. I don't know if this kind of...
In a petty way, not in a, like, harmful way.
Right, I understand. Because you are not the one initiating this, go ahead and make an intelligence check. You have a +2, so just roll a d20 and add 2.
14 total.
you try to sort of send it, but you're not sort of sure, and you hear Dracula saying, Oksana, if you are still alive, but in deep torment, try to send me a sign.
Can I just talk back?
Yes.
In my mind's eye? I am always in deep torment.
Ah, you can speak. Good. This means you have not been destroyed by those creatures on the hill.
Yes, well, no thanks to you. I survived.
Yes. I am impressed, and you survived to continue to be of service to me, do you not, Oksana?
As long as it will get me to Dahlia, yes.
Well, I was checking to see if you had lived, so that when I call out to Dahlia, which I am about to do,
How do I get to you?
follow. Wait. On second thought, no. Oksana Smirnov. Find your way to Merkshire. Find your way to Bitter Pool. Another vampire of mine is there and may need assistance against the Mistwalkers. Dahlia and I will come to you soon enough.
Do you have any indication where this Merkshire might be?
Feel my mind. Feel the power. Feel the true nature of these Dreadlands. Wherever you wish to go, you can go there simply by having the resolve to do so. Do you not understand? Do you stand on a road now, Oksana?
I would imagine that she's in a path in the woods
Yeah,
that she was in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you wish to see your beloved Dahlia again?
As if I would even need to answer that question, of course.
Then, Oksana, act like a true vampire. Act like a vassal worthy of my respect. And walk to her. Will her to be before you, and you will wind up where you need to be. This is how to have mastery of dread, of mist, of this place. Prove to me that you are worthy of the gift I promise, for I will free her from Maisie's control. Provided you continue to impress.
Yes, Dracula. And she's shutting off all of the thoughts that she was going to have about replying in a sassy way.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So.
But she
Sorry.
wanted to.
Yeah,
Just wanting the audience to know.
understood. Well, it's important that you know. All right, Oksana, go ahead and if you're going to head that way,
She will, though, try to,
you totally
do
cut out.
what he says.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you'll try to focus on it. Okay, go ahead
Yeah.
and do a trying to think of any of your other things would be. You know what? Do a perception check. You're pretty good at those, and that can maybe that's
Ooh,
sort of
nat 20.
nat 20. Then yes, Oksana, you look down the path and you
25.
you feel that it is, you can almost see it like shifting before you as your eyes kind of do that like vertigo shot of like a dolly zoom as everything spreads out, and you're like, yes, I see, and so you can begin moving down the path. Throw on an athletics check. Let's see what kind of time you can make.
10 plus 7, 17.
17. I like it. All right. With a 17, you begin to move. Dracula, meanwhile, turns to Everett. Everett. We are going to Merkshire. You remember a young man. His name will escape you. He was a student here. He was fused to a woman.
Oh, that was disgusting. I remember that.
He no longer has a name. He has become a Mistwalker. He is now called the manager, which fits. He was a team manager for the school's sports athletics. He is also a vampire under my control. We are going to go to him now, Everett. I'm going to have you join me on this mission.
Are we gonna take the car? Or what are we gonna? Are we gonna ride a horse? Are we gonna fly? How are we going to get there, Drac? Just please tell me.
We're going to fly.
Oh my god. How am I going to ride on top of you to get there?
Perhaps. However we go, I do not want you wearing a shirt.
Oh, say no more, Dracula. And Everett just rips his shirt off.
Yes. Be aware, Everett. It's going to get very cold up there. You're going to shiver and shake and be desperate for my embrace. Dracula steps forward. And while we fly, you cannot have it. You are lucky to be in any contact with me as I carry you.
Well, of course, I'm always lucky to be in any contact with you, Dracula. I mean,
Do you understand how he does this, ladies? Do you see the kinds of things he says? This is what I want from the three of you. Wednesday says, yes, sir, of course, sir. The Luxury Bikini Dancer says, I wasn't listening, sorry, I was just dancing. What? The Visionary goes, I could shoot the hell out of the two of you. Very well. My character brides, keep this fleecing schemester company, and if any further dreadlords come here, entertain them. Unless, of course, they try to kill you, in which case flee. But Everett and I have important business elsewhere. The fleecing schemester goes, hold on, wait a second. Wait, hold up. Where are you going? What are you guys going to go check out? Is it more fun than this? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to let these three continue, you know, give me piggyback rides and everything, but if you guys are going somewhere cool, it seems kind of end game kind of stuff. I might want to be there for it. I want to check it out. That's cool. Very well, fleecing schemester. If you wish to witness another victory on my part after I have scored so well already, he kind of looks at all of his people he just hooked up with. Then yes, you may join.
are we going to ride tandem?
He looks at the fleecing schemester. No, I do not think so. One of you carry him. The others remain here. And fleecing schemester kind of looks at Wednesday. He goes, you give me the creeps. It's in a good way, though. He looks at the Visionary and says, I don't know. You leave too many records. I don't always let people know where I've been. He looks at Bikini Team, Voluptua Bikini Team Dancer and says, bingo, bingo. I mean, those two bingos. Yep, let's go. She's like, absolutely, and she picks him up. And so Dracula kind of like grabs you like kind of like roughly and just takes off in the sky. The Voluptua Bikini Team Dancer brings the fleecing schemester along.
And maybe you can hear me in the distance saying, Dracula, careful of my nipples. They're like razor blades when they get hard.
I know. I don't know. I just fleece and schemesters up there. Yeah, it's there's a lot going on. Okay. In the meantime, manager, many others are coming your way.
Yeah.
But for now, you are focusing all your will, trying to keep this thing bound. Now, it is getting struck from different sides as you're trying to keep it in place. Give me another will roll. And how'd you do on your will?
Oh, I thought I was waiting to roll because you sound like you were about to say something. There might have been like roll a different die or something.
No.
Like,
Go ahead, Mr. Manager. You do that one.
That's a 4.
A 4. All right. So you're another success, but just barely.
Yeah.
Let's have Lauren. Would you roll a d13? She's some man. 8. Okay, so in large part, the other Mistwalkers are also kind of keeping it at bay, but it's a harsh thing. I'm now going to roll on behalf of my old horse, that old evil horse. Oh, that was so sad. It was so good, and it then became a 2. So, in any case, you guys are sort of like putting up this sort of like shadowy energy kind of pouring out of your hands. And she kind of is watching this and she's chanting, and Lady Rhiannon will sort of say to you, Manager, good, yes, continue focusing. I know that you're not familiar with this process, but it is coming to you as second nature. It's in the blood, don't you see?
Yeah.
Perfect. Only with all of us working together we can bind this creature. Use what is to our will.
I like to think that like the two fact that I just rolled a 4 on both these rolls is like representative of like the manager is like, well, like is he scared of both Rhiannon and of Dracula?
He's just like, I'm gonna just do the baseline job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think even she, and you know what, the way she's saying that, it is kind of this thing that's like she's like saying like she's almost saying like you're doing an okay job for you, you know, like I know this is new for you, so just keep at it. So I will say that you guys are doing good, but the process is not over. You are sort of focusing on it. That being said, is there anything you'd like to do? Obviously, you're in a weird thing because you're in a circle of 13. Dracula wants you to thwart it. She wants you to go faster. You don't have to worry about Dracula. There's a lot going on here. Is there any stuff you want to do?
I'm just like, I just like take like 1 foot steps back for a second and then back in. Like I'm staggering a little bit, but
you're kind of playing up you're doing the James Brown. Put the the cape on, and I'm gonna walk off stage, but then throw it off and keep going to like overplay. Yeah. Okay, great. Perfect. All right. Well, I think you're doing a good job of that. I'll tell you what. We like people to get to roll dice. Give me a vitality as well, manager.
Jesus Christ, 4.
That's with both dice?
I rolled a 2 on the D13.
Very sad. Well, it is the minimum. It is the sort of target
minimum,
so you are still, you're once again like, but just kind of, so as you're sort of putting this thing in it, you're sort of, kind of sweating, and you're probably part of you is wondering like, do I need to push, or is anyone else coming? And it's kind of, you're not sure when the timeline of this. We'll now move to Zeke and Johnny, who step into the 10-foot pole. The mood in here is, okay, there are very nice, like, strip clubs in the world, There are places that have kind of, like, fun vibes and, like, a cool atmosphere where there's, like, real artistry on display. This is not that kind of place, or at least not that kind of night. No one seems happy to be here. Not the few barflies just, like, sipping beer, staring kind of sadly at these sort of figures swaying. Like, there's like a pole there, and it's just kind of a thing she's maybe walking around, or putting a hand on or whatever. There are 2 dancers at present on sort of, one is kind of on the ground giving somewhat a lap dance, and he's barely even like looking at her. And then there's one on a stage near the eponymous 10-foot pole. Bad music plays over speakers. There is a DJ who's not paying attention either. He's just kind of like dipping chips. He's dipping nachos.
It's like a Tuesday afternoon vibe.
Yeah, it's
Tuesday day shift.
Yeah, this about matches the vibe I was going for, and then Johnny walks in.
Really?
They look how I feel.
Fair. Alright, well, I'm finding a bar. I don't know what you're doing.
If you walk to the bartender, he'll kind of look at you for a second, Zeke, and go, auditions aren't today.
We're looking
Bitch.
for drinks, asshole.
Yeah, okay, I'm just telling her she can't. He kind of looks like, honestly, if you just want to get up there, you can have whatever tips you get, it's fine. He pours, I don't know, what do you want?
Whiskey.
Yeah, sure. He gives you guys whiskey. Are you guys 20? I don't care. And just leads back.
Zeke will actually go sit on the edge of the stage then and
Okay.
just sit there and drink.
Okay, cool.
If anyone wants to tip her for that, they can.
One guy's like, kind of stares at her for a moment and sees she's not taking off her clothes and just pays attention to the girl on the stage and then doesn't, just kind of stares at his wedding ring. Blank look on his face. Johnny, what are you doing? Oh, by the way, Elvira will say to you, by the way, Johnny, if you so much as look at one of these women in here, I'm gonna strangle you in your sleep with my E-string. Don't doubt me, I could do it. I could figure it out.
Oh, I know you would, baby.
Oh, I know you know I would. This is
The
game
only thing
called-
I'm looking for is an amp to plug you in right now.
Oh, are you gonna play me? Johnny, are we gonna turn these sad people's lives around? Is that
It's
what
the
we're
last
gonna
thing I do.
Johnny, are we gonna make this place sing? Are you gonna make me squeal for them?
I have to keep you in suspense, don't I?
Oh, Johnny, play me, Johnny. Cool.
No one's hearing this, right?
No, although Zeke, I will say, Zeke, give me a, I think we call it a, intuition roll. It's just a flat roll for you, you don't have any fancy stuff on it.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
13?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, we're letting it stand. Alright, great. Roll a D13 then.
I swear to God, wasn't this where the first fucking horror surge was?
This might have been the very first horror surge, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the first ever fucking horror
I
surge.
think it probably was based on. So go ahead and roll a D. Go ahead and roll a D. D13.
12.
12. Okay, so no horror surge, but I do want to just point out to everybody that the dread clock is at 12. I love you so. Happy last episode. Okay. All right. Johnny Volt. You do in fact see an amp, and it's plugged into like the DJ's just a terrible, terrible mixing setup.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go ahead? Are you plugging in?
Yeah.
All right, so you just go over and you pull it off, and the DJ looks up like, "Hey, what the hell?" And you're already like, plugging in your guitar, and he's like, "Oh, we have a live band now? Sweet!" And he just starts packing up his stuff.
Yeah. That's
so
what I thought.
The dancers kind of the dancers kind of pause and look over and kind of do an exchange a confused look. Johnny Voltage, what are we playing?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start off with like a normal song.
Okay, wonderful. Just a normal rock and roll. Bringing in some good rock and roll. It's been a long time since I rock and roll. Go ahead and give me that sort of creativity roll where you get literally every single thing on it, and you may add your 2 bonuses from rock and roll. So you have a total of 4 free rerolls plus the infinite from Ace if they're low. So he'll do that. Now Zeke, you hear Johnny start to play a song, but it's a song you've heard before. It's not one you've ever known to make people's faces melt and rip their clothes off and all that stuff. But you do notice that Johnny's just like playing Elvira right now. Johnny, how'd we do?
The 16.
16. It's good. It's sounding real good. And it's effective, so for you that just means it's kind of, like you're not going to irritate anyone with it. It's totally competent. And a 16 is very good. So yeah, you start just playing, rocking and rolling, making it sound
My goal is to start like getting people into like slowly working toward like getting a mosh pit going or something.
And in
this,
response
like,
to
fucked up-
that, I'll give this advantage basically. Okay, yeah, with an 8, the dancers, one of the dancers, she actually starts kind of doing some real dancing to the groove of it, kind of feeling the stuff. A couple of the guys have sit up. No one's gonna mosh yet, but there's kind of maybe somebody even does a little cat call. And Zeke, you suddenly feel like you almost feel like this is no longer a perfectly safe place to be because she's actually doing some, like spinning and dancing and such.
Johnny, what are you doing?
Only thing I've got left to do. I keep playing.
Can I like get a sense or read him or something?
Yeah, do a intuition roll. It's a flat d20 for you.
Okay. 11.
11. Oh, and by the way, on your d20 roll that you had earlier, that your last intuition that was a 13, I never told you what the result was. You know enough, you've been around Johnny enough to know that when he's staring off in a certain way, you're not hearing anything, but you know he's talking to his guitar. So that was just happening, and now he started playing, so you are kind of feeling like, you don't feel like Johnny's ensorcelled or anything, but you do feel like Johnny's kind of like, let's rock and roll until the world burns. That seems to be his position right now.
Okay. All right. Johnny, where did you get your guitar from again?
It's been so long I don't even remember. Had this with me since I started playing.
Okay. Yeah, just I don't know. Do I like this song?
He's playing. It's good. He's doing a good job. It's much better than whatever was just playing over the.
But I'm getting the sense that it's not safe here.
No, not yet. But you're getting the sense it might wind up not being safe. When I was saying you didn't want to sit on the stage, it's more that like previously you were just standing there because there was a woman just kind of swaying. Now she's like dancing, so you're like, I don't want to get.
He might actually kick me in the head. I completely misunderstood.
Sorry. Yeah, no, not a like. I got to get out of here before I'm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So as you're sort of. As this is going on, Zeke, unless you're going to take any action now.
Just gonna go sit and keep an eye on all the doors.
Understood. I like it. Okay. Meanwhile, Oksana Smirnov, you run. You run and you find yourself emerging from a wood. You go across one kind of, it's a distance. You're going a mile or two, but eventually you do sort of see ahead of you a strange sight. There is a large manor house. Mist, a wall of mist in the distance beyond it. Like it seems like you're at the edge of the world. It's basically just the background behind you right now, like just mist up in the sky. There is a huge manor house. You can tell there is a pool behind it that's mostly obscured by a forest, trees and greenery. But in front of it, you see several figures and a large black horse. Many of the figures, 13 of them in fact, seem to have like a hand outstretched and they're doing something. There seems to be a strange shadow over the horse, and yeah, that's the vibe. And there is a woman in a long black dress kind of sort of like swaying and speaking to them.
He told me to find a specific place, I forget.
He told you to go to Bitter Pool. You can, I'm just gonna say from vampire expertise, you can tell that this is Bitter Pool. You're in the right place, and he said that one of his people needs assistance. He'll be there with Dahlia soon.
Okay. And Oksana has not met. Did she meet him before he turned, though?
No, Oksana had not. The first time Oksana got to the school since turning into a vampire was recently within this thing with the monsters.
Okay.
Yeah. Medina knew him, but not Oksana. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay. So she will approach, not stealthily, but as to not interrupt.
Okay. So, okay. So you're not sneaking. Understood. So yes, if you just sort of kind of mosey.
Like she wants to approach in a way that says, I'm here in peace. Also, I don't want to interrupt whatever's
Understood.
going on.
So as this is going on, as you approach,
And she will maintain a respectful distance.
as you approach, however, the woman in the black dress turns, and you can tell that she is not human. She has pointed ears, gray scale skin, this kind of high cheekbones, a not quite human appearance, very elf-like. She turns and looks at you, and sort of gestures for everyone to kind of keep going. I'm going to say that the manager notices this too. Manager, you glance back and you see that there is a vampire there. As you're sort of maintaining concentration.
Okay, I'm just still kind of like looking like back and eyes darting back and forth.
Poor Mr. Manager. This poor kid. All he ever wanted was to just not have to have terrible things happen to him. In any event, Lady Rhiannon sort of turns and kind of, tells the bounty hunter and the drifter to kind of keep things going, and she'll move over to Oksana and say, "What do you want?"
Oksana will hold her like palms out as a gesture of
Yeah.
I have nothing. I have come on behalf of Dracula to assist.
To assist.
There is one here that I have been instructed to meet with, to convene with.
So you are here to assist the manager in helping us with our goals?
If that is what they are called, yes. I do not know this manager. I'm here on orders.
She sort of turns and kind of walks back, and she is, you can just, no rolls or anything, she is very dangerous, very primed, hands in perfect spell casting positions. She sort of moves back and says, "Manager, do you know this woman? She claims to be an emissary of Dracula."
So I've never seen Oksana, right? Do I like sense any like kindredness?
Ooh, I like that. Do a vitality roll.
I will say, Oksana did say, I don't know him. I'm
Yeah.
just here to help him.
Yeah,
I rolled a 6 on the d6, so
love it.
3, so 9.
9, you've gotten over the raise. There is this kind of you can tell she's another vampire.
I mean, but do I beyond that, am I sensing with a raise, am I sensing that she's we're both of Dracula, or
Yes, definitely you think she's just here. She's just kind of not stumbled into this, but she's just come here. She's probably been sent here she might have just been sent here to check on you.
Yeah. I don't know her, but I can tell that she's in the way that all of us, and I kind of with whatever hand is not bleeding open, or
Yes.
I can tell the way that we can all tell that we're the same. I can tell that she and I are kind of the same.
Yes. And Dracula was speaking to you. Was he trying to get you to stop what we're doing? What did you tell him of our plans, manager?
I told him we're trying to get out. I don't think he wants me to leave.
He doesn't, does he? You didn't wish to mention this to me before? That's a naughty boy, Mr. Manager. The bounty hunter will say, "It's just manager."
I didn't know if he was still watching. I don't know what's going on. I'm really confused on so many ways right now.
But fortunately, everyone, one last push. Bind this dreadlord to our service, now. And she kind of turns to Oksana, and she begins to cast a spell targeting Oksana. So Oksana, could you make a dexterity saving throw?
8 plus 6.
14?
Thank you.
Hey! It's not the worst.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that if she has a spell save DC, it's higher than that, but
I'm gonna say that you're on the right limb, sir.
I'm
The
gonna
limb
say,
you've stepped on.
don't be mean to me.
I'm not mean to you. I understand spell save
I'm
DC.
dyslexic. Leave me alone.
These are numbers.
All
I
right.
have dyscalculia too.
Oh my god, I rolled so high on this. How many hit points do you have, Oksana?
39.
Okay. Oksana. You are hit by a wave of this dark energy, these just tendrils of... Actually, wait, let me check one thing about vampires.
They're resistant to necrotic.
Are they? Oh
I don't think they are. I don't think they are. In fact, some of it might be blunt force.
They are resistant to necrotic.
Hey,
This is good for you, Lauren.
Oh, okay. I thought I was only resistant to bludgeoning.
Okay. I cannot with D&D Beyond right now. I genuinely can't.
Okay, well.
Okay.
you can't even.
This club can't even handle me right now. Okay. So you'll take half of this. So that's 11 plus 16, 22, 29. So you take 20 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
As you are just buffeted around by these, just wall of these shadowy, necromantic things as she's casting a spell. That being said, it's your turn. You can intervene.
Ah. I don't. Is there anything for me to, do I get close to the... I'm trying to just figure out... Can I analyze what the threat is?
I mean, what the threat is, there's a spellcaster attacking you.
No, I know, but hold on.
Yeah.
Can I just... Is there a way to disengage and run away?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can retreat.
I would like to do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check to just, to see if you can get way the hell out. Why is Zane laughing?
You gotta look at the chat.
Oh.
The Twitch chat.
That was just a 7 plus 7, so 14.
14. Okay, so you certainly make some good speed, but she's kind of she's taking a position, sort of watching you with your movement speed. Yeah, you're probably able to kind of get out of the range of her spell unless she follows, and then she's basically shouting, "Hurry, hurry, Mr. Manager, what are you doing?"
I'm confused. I'm still kind of giving it a half-hearted attempt, but I'm looking. I'm very stressed right now.
She's saying, "Finish it, hurry now! Dracula is coming soon. We must be gone before he arrives. He doesn't want us to leave, apparently." She gives manager kind of a dark look.
Did Oksana hear that?
Yes.
Can Oksana shout? He will let you leave.
Okay. She pauses and says, "What do you mean, vampire?"
He wants what he wants. And when he gets that, he will release you because you would no longer be useful to him.
She turns to manager. Does she speak the truth?
I don't know.
Hurry, hurry, all of you. All right. Zane, could you roll a d13 on behalf of Daddy Drac?
Yeah, baby. Hold on.
A 13 would be
This
so
Zane's
clutch, right?
most sacred duty.
Yeah, imagine
Fucking 3.
3. Understood. Okay.
Ugh.
imagine a dreadstorm happening right here, right now, right here,
Good time.
right now.
So, in any event, Dracula and Everett do not appear. And manager. Basically, you can feel there is a final push about to happen. Do you want to fulfill that, or do you want to... Basically, if you want to try to help them do what you're doing, you're going to have to do another will roll to try to, drive this home and make this happen. Otherwise...
Yeah, I'll try.
Try to drive it home. Okay, great.
I rolled so I rolled a 9 on my D10, but I rolled a 6 on the D6. So can I still explode it? And if it's
Yeah, sure. You can roll and see what happens. That's fine.
1, so the 9 it is.
Go with the 9. Yeah. You got 1 raise in there at least. So as you you push forward with the rest of them, Liv, would you roll on behalf of all the other Mistwalkers?
Yep.
A D13. Just give me a D13.
Yup.
Dubs.
Yeah.
5.
5. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just doing flat D13s. We're not doing we're not doing the full system. All right, I'm gonna roll on behalf of the Phantom Horse. A 12 or a 13 will give me something here. Come on, 13. You can do it. You can do it. I want to roll you in an empty thing so I can hold it up in case it's something cool. Okay. Oh man, it's not. I mean, it's cool for it's. I'm holding it the wrong way.
What is
It's
it?
a 1.
Hell yeah.
Fully the wrong thing. The Phantom
That horse
Horse
is not horsing around.
is out of gas, and sure enough, the Phantom Horse kind of just is suddenly. Oksana, you see the Phantom Horse completely consumed by shadow. You see all 13 of them doing this. And Lady Red is still watching you, but she kind of spares a look and says, "Yes, yes!" And she will say, "All right." She starts stepping forward and she begins to sort of call out, "Nightmare Rider, we stand before you with an avatar. A version of yourself in effigy, a mockery of what you truly are. Now grant to me one who is of the noble kind, who created you, who found you in the mist. Now grant to us your power." The mists begin to shift, and the horse that you have contained begins to, and then thundering overhead, you can hear the hooves of a horse coming from the mist. The mists begin to part. And manager, you see that kind of coming. Remember that song that La Trovador... Actually, La Trovador will probably just go, "Ghost Riders in the sky." As this sort of like, you do see this horse moving in through the sky. This massive horse, and yet also, it's kind of just... It's only the size of a normal horse, yet it's filling the sky. It's this strange optical magical illusion as it happens. Rushing forward. She says, "This is our salvation. Come." She begins to walk forward. Past the horse, past all of you. She says, "Come, there is nothing to fear. This one will serve me. It will stop assisting Dracula with whatever it is he is doing. It will know its true master. Once again." Manager. Some of the other Mistwalkers do retract their hand.
Yeah, I'll put my hand down.
Okay. Some of them begin to walk forward like Lady Rhiannon is. What are you doing?
Is the journalist nearby?
Sure.
I'm just gonna be. Can where we're going? Can Dracula follow?
I don't think so. But on the other hand, he's Dracula, so maybe. Let me sort of check my notes on him. Let's see, I've written. No, not that story.
I'm just gonna run up. I'm gonna run up to Lady Rhiannon.
Yeah.
Say, where we're going, can Dracula follow?
Yes, but not as efficiently, not any longer. Not once that horse comes to our side again. The Nightmare Rider has been riderless too long. He needs to come home.
Is it bad if I stay here?
Yes. You wish to stay trapped here? No. Be done with Maisie. Be done with Dracula. Be done with this foolishness. Come with me to the Shadow World, where you can truly shine, where your efforts can be put to much better use.
Does it seem like does it seem like that she's saying this as a sense of like she believes it, or she's like, this is now that I've known her longer, I don't know. Like,
Do it, it's a will roll. That's kind of, as if you're kind of
a detect vibe.
It is detect vibe. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that was not a 13. I'm going to spend 3 power to re-roll.
Love it. He's chasing him, baby.
I'm going to roll them one at a time. That way,
Yeah.
Like, what the issue here is, like, the dice are hitting each other, and the energy is leaving.
That's not real.
3 on the D6. What's a 9? It's a 9 on the D13. I have to keep the 9.
Yes, she certainly does not seem to care for your well-being. I will say that. You suspect that she is. She wants you as an asset more than to protect you, but she is saying that you're trapped here. That's not lies. You are trapped here with Maisie and Dracula.
Who, with that roll, can I tell, who cares more about me? Her or Dracula?
Ooh, with a 9? I think, manager, you have a horrible sinking feeling that the answer to that is no one.
Then I'll go with her.
Understood. You begin to walk with her. And you have a D13 vitality, right? So you're very aware of alert. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you begin to walk forward, Oksana, you see them go, and you're sort of... Good news for you, though, is Oksana, some time has passed, you've fully regenerated.
Hell yeah.
Because I
love being a vampire.
Necrotic is not one that... Necrotic doesn't prevent your regeneration, so that's cool. But... What are you doing, Oksana? You see them beginning to move, and there's a horse coming through, and there's the place is breaking. What are you gonna do?
Do I have any indication what I should be doing based on Dracula's instructions?
I think, yes, actually, you know what? Here, let's do it like this, Oksana. I'd like you to roll me an insight. But I'm gonna give you advantage on the roll.
Ooh, I rolled pretty good on that one.
Okay?
Okay, so 17
Plus 2
was
is
the
19.
hard roll.
Hmm?
Yeah, plus 2, so 19.
19. All right. With a 19, I think given... You think, based on what you've heard, because your ears are good and you've kind of, been sort of sneaking forward, trying to stay out of range of this thing to still know what's going on. I think your ears are good enough and you've picked up on the subtext enough to realize that Dracula was making an assumption. An assumption that one of these people here would be trying to stop whatever's happening. Instead, this young man, the manager, who you can tell is also a vampire, is cooperating with them and they're planning to leave. And he doesn't think Dracula wants that. And though you were saying Dracula will let you leave, you're kind of like, maybe this is what you're realizing. I was probably supposed to stop this from happening.
I'm sorry, it cut out right when you said
I think you're realizing that Dracula was confused. Dracula sent you to assist him, thinking he would be trying to stop them. Dracula didn't think he would be helping them with their plan. So in other words,
okay,
you need to stop what they were doing. But the person you were coming to assist, you didn't realize that he'd already broken from Dracula, so it's kind of a problem. But now you realize they have accomplished their goal and they are striding towards the mist to escape. And this is a problem, as far as you can tell.
So do I have a sense of where Dracula is? Do I have a GPS on him?
It's taking him longer to do something. You're not sure what. But he is not here yet. Probably. Thank you, Evan.
Okay. Has Rhiannon crossed through the mist yet?
No one has made it in this. They're walking there. But they're not so much they're waiting for the horse to make its way through. This giant black horse that's kind of coming down and flying down in the sky towards them.
Oh god. sorry. I cannot
Oh, you won't.
fathom what is happening.
Then we're gonna move aside and you can think on it for a moment. In the meantime, Everett, we will get to you soon, I promise. Zeke and Johnny, the joint is jumping. More people are coming in. More dancers have somehow appeared. No one is doing like 10 out of 10 like really amazing routines or anything, but there's just a better atmosphere thanks to Johnny Voltage. You've played a couple songs. Zeke, obviously you're looking at the doors. So far no monsters have come in, but there's definitely a vibe in here that is kind of, the vibe is intensifying and you can feel it. And Johnny is also feeling it. Johnny's just, Johnny is just playing with his girl. You finish a song, everyone applauds Johnny. Elvira's like, so good. So good, but we're just getting started, aren't we, baby?
We're gonna go all night.
You're gonna have to change my strings.
I will get a read on this situation again.
Yeah, you can do another intuition roll unless you want to just say something else. I mean, or I think you have a sense that he's just, this is some kind of weird courtship between a man and his guitar.
And his guitar. Yeah, but I guess I'm trying to get a sense of like, how much do I trust the guitar?
Oh, sure, do an intuition roll.
10.
Do you think Zeke likes other women? Is Zeke someone who's really judgmental of other women?
Yeah.
Okay, then you don't trust this bitch. You are like, she is so trashy. Everyone knows what she's doing. It's so obvious. She's gross. Yeah, you can't even hear her, and you know you feel that way.
Hey, Johnny, what's the deal with the guitar? Like,
I think you know what the deal is at this point.
does that not worry you a little?
Honestly, out of all the crazy shit that's happened in the last week, this is probably some of the least confusing stuff that's happened.
Right, but is your guitar talking to you?
Yeah, it is.
So it doesn't worry you at all that you have this guitar, that you can't remember how you got it, and that it has a conversation with you?
I mean, it's not like I can't remember how I got it. I just had it a long time.
Well, how did you get it?
Philip, do I remember how I got this
Yeah,
guitar?
you bought it from the music shop.
Yeah, I bought it when I was like 16. I'd had it for like 2 years.
And was it talking to you the whole time, or only
No.
recently?
I mean, like I hadn't connected to it yet. You know.
Connected how?
Well, I mean, like, you know, when you really get into playing your instrument, like you form a connection with it.
Right, so a while ago, we were having this conversation. I'd just chalk you up to your garden variety crazy, or maybe you had a few too many meds and I'd try to level you out with something in my toolkit. But I think maybe after everything we've been through, you should maybe be a little worried about a guitar that is talking to you.
More worried about the fish guy that just tried to lay eggs in my skull, or the vampire that just got attacked by crazy aliens that tried to vaporize us?
Well, considering that you're trusting this one, yeah.
She's jealous, Johnny. No one's ever touched her the way you touch me.
Are you jealous?
Jealous?
Ask her the last time she had somebody's fingers all over her like this.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, I'm not jealous of a guitar. I am a little worried at just the kind of vibe that's happening in here.
Everybody else seems to be digging it.
Woo! Another song, yeah!
Yeah, I don't exactly trust that either.
Zeke, as far as I can tell, the world is ending tonight. And if it does, I'm doing what I love right up until the end.
sure.
Do you have something that you can do, that you want to do, that you've left undone? Because I recommend you do it. We don't have much time.
And this is where Zeke goes into an existential crisis because she hasn't thought about her future much, and now she needs to go and sit down.
Understood. Zeke. Full-on existential crisis. Zeke, you sit down at a table. And sitting in this chair next to you is a little doll in a purple dress with red hair. Johnny, what song do you play now?
What's one of the songs that I haven't played yet?
It's so funny that you ask. You haven't played. The songs you have played, rather. So the ones you haven't played, sorry. You have not played the title track, Blood from a Stone. You have not played Bats in the Belfry, Angels Everywhere. You have not played A Fool's Paradise. And you have not played I'm Digging Your Body, You're Digging My Grave.
I think there's only one song I can play right now, right?
I don't like this.
I'm scared. I'm
I
scared.
don't like this.
I'm scared.
Like it. Don't like it.
All right. So. You guys have heard this several times, throughout. But, well, we'll, You got an awful lot of nerve showing up again after everything I put you through. I can't believe you'd show your pretty face around here, baby, like there's anything that I could still do to get you to forgive me, to make everything right. Then at last I could live free and finally drag myself back into the light. And I know that I'm the monster in the pit of the night. I know that I'm the lord of the dark. But what is horror but a fear of losing all your love? What is terror but the lack of your spark? And now nothing's the same, girl. They say I can't be redeemed. Can we stop playing the game, girl? It wasn't near as bad as it seemed. Again, you're overreacting, 'cause girl, you know your body made me hard, hard, hard. Harder than an ever-loving rock. Loving you so deeply left me scarred, scarred, scarred. So scarred my soul has gone into shock. Each night I dream in dread and hope you'll break me apart. There's nothing I could ever do to atone, but you could squeeze another drop of love right out of my heart, as sure as you could squeeze the blood from a stone. Ooh, you could squeeze the blood from a stone. Do a little bit more. I don't think we've ever gone to the 'Cause baby, you remember how I'd grow, grow, grow. You could transform me with a gentle caress. You controlled me, you enthralled me, made me blow, blow, blow. And now I've no release from all of this stress, but my God, how it's building. Each night I dream in dread and hope you break me apart. There's nothing I could ever do to atone, but you could squeeze another drop of love right out of my heart, as sure as you could squeeze the blood from a stone. Ooh, you could squeeze the blood from a stone. Do as thou wilt, never feel guilt. This is my creed, it's all that I need. And do as thou must, give in to your lust. Forget what I've done, you're my only one. Don't believe what you heard, it's lies every word. I never loved someone else, I swear on 1,000 hells. Baby, 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 I broke the world for loving you, I broke it bad. My anger got the better of me, but What's worse is that I broke all of the trust we had. What is worse is causing you misery. But don't get jealous now, honey. You know that that's my job. Envy's not a good look on you, honey. Now don't embarrass me in front of the mob. They've got pitchforks and torches. 'Cause girl, I miss the way my heart would beat, beat, beat. So fast when we would fondle and cling. And when I'd grasp your trembling body, I felt heat, heat, heat. Now I'm too petrified to feel a damn thing. And it's making me crazy. Each night I dream and dread and hope you'll break me apart. There's nothing I could ever do to atone. But you could squeeze another drop of love right out of my heart, as sure as you could squeeze the blood from a stone. Squeeze the blood from, well, you could squeeze it right from, you could squeeze anything you want from a stone. So, alright. So as Johnny does that song, well, this is a pick. In any case, as Johnny plays that, the place erupts into absolute anarchy and chaos. Zeke, I'd like for you to give me a self-control roll under your mental talents.
Motherfucker. All right, here we go.
You have so much power left, by the way, that you can re-roll this a lot of times. Unless you just want to give in and you'll start making out with someone in the bar.
No.
You roll 13? You can spend power and re-roll, absolutely.
I'm going to spend 1 power and re-roll. Because that would trigger a Dreadstorm right now.
It really would trigger a Dreadstorm right now. And we gotta trigger one here, guys. Come on.
Reroll
Eventually, but not. It doesn't have to be
Doesn't
now.
have to be this moment.
Would be a fitting way to trigger the Dreadstorm during Blood from a Stone, the song.
Yeah, I paid a power to reroll, and I got a 4. So now I'm debating if I stick with 13 and just do it. Just
Sure.
rip the band-aid off.
Sure.
You have more power.
Alright, let's do it. We'll just keep 13. I know, but I want to survive and I don't want to lose 1 power. No. Alright, keep...
So, with that, a Dreadstorm happens. And this time, it's happened occasionally, but for this Dreadstorm, there is no roll required to see what's happening. Because the dread is going to storm in a different way. Zeke, I am going to say that Zeke, you with a 13, you keep your wits about you. Your wits about you and your tits in your shirt. So, as you do that,
I was like,
however,
wait, hold up.
wait, is that... Oh, game, got it. So, as this happens, you can feel the wave of it. This is the kind of stuff that, like, Rawlings would always tell you to plug your ears during. And it's going crazy. The place is going mad. And you're just there like, oh god, oh please. And Johnny is just lighting it up. And you hear the thunder cracking outside as we hit the Dreadstorm. And then the doll turns its face to you. And this little porcelain hand puts its hand on yours and says, "But what do you love, Zeke?"
Can I shoot the doll?
Sure. Make a weapons combat roll. Just a d20.
Here we go. 14.
Yeah, you just blow the doll away. No one's paying attention. Everyone's making out. Everyone's just grooving together. The doll is blasted aside, and then you hear the voice say, kind of just like over your shoulder, and you look just on a little like shelf next to it. The doll's just sitting there, undamaged, unharmed. What do you love, Zeke?
The fuck is this? Do I feel like compelled to answer the doll, or am I have free will still?
You have total free will.
I just Does Zeke know about Maisie? I know Zeke. Dracula enlisted her. Okay.
No.
The fuck are you?
I'm someone who's disappointed.
Well, great. Get in line with all my teachers. What do you want?
I want you to be afraid. And I want you to love in spite of it.
Well, I'm already afraid, so you don't have any work to do. You can leave now. Goodbye.
No, Zeke. I have all the work to do. The building begins to shake. Winds whipping. The door blows open. Rain washes in. Just all the people making out on the floor of it, listening to rocking to the music, just soaked with water. You can smell that sickly sweet scent of the mists as the whole building just kind of buffets and shakes. Maisie says again, "What have you loved, Zeke, Thomas? What have you loved?"
Well, I don't think that's any of your business.
And sadly, it's never been yours either. Johnny, meanwhile, you can see him just, playing that solo, screaming those lyrics, totally in love with his guitar. Whatever, I'm sure the kind of pants, you can tell he's pitching a massive tent. He's just he's thrilled and that he's just, it's, yeah. But as this happens, the place begins to shake. This is some real, Dorothy and Oz.
Will Johnny even hear me if I try to shout at him?
You can absolutely shout at him.
Alright, so I'm gonna start yelling at Johnny to stop playing. The building is shaking. Now what? What's happening?
It would be really funny if he was getting some sunglasses right now.
Oh, I know, Whisper.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Secret.
What's
Sorry,
happening?
I just had a trick-or-treater. Apologies.
Oh!
Really had-
So
Happy
I heard you making
Halloween.
noises, and I was like, "Did he get a dog?" No, it's Philip.
We thought you were gonna go get some sunglasses, and Whisper was gonna show up.
No, sadly, no. I do apologize. Had a 3-year-old trick-or-treater. He was gonna come earlier, but I think he's had a hard
Why
time.
was he awake right now?
Yeah.
All that candy.
Yeah. He has different hours.
'Tis the season.
Apologies. Yes. So, point being, did you talk to Johnny Voltage?
No, we waited for you to come back.
I understand. It makes sense.
Okay, so
All right.
Zeke's gonna start yelling at Johnny to stop playing, that the building is shaking. Johnny, what are you doing? Stop.
Can I hear her?
You can hear
See?
her, but do you care? Don't you want to literally blow the roof off the joint, Johnny Voltage?
Sorry, my
Sorry.
internet is being bad.
You can hear her, But do you care? You could literally blow the roof off the joint. Johnny, give me a creativity roll.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
All full bonus, rock and roll everything. Just 4 free rerolls plus ace.
Um, 18.
Okay. You want to spend any power to kick that up?
No, I have 7 left.
It's true. Okay. 18's good. You don't want to get to a 20?
Ah, fine. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna just fucking do it.
Spend
Let's
3
go for
power
it.
to 21. Here we go. So
I'm a 4.
Spend it.
down to
with
4.
that, Johnny Voltage hits the cord, bringing the thing, and he strikes with such power and the place is going that he does literally blow the roof off the building.
Can I run up to him and try and grab the guitar out of his hands?
Ooh. Wow. You can, Zeke. Make a dodge roll.
God, I don't like the look on your face.
Oof. Oh, actually, wait. Yes.
Oh, Vira is not gonna like that.
Make it. Just go ahead and
Dodge roll. Wait, where's?
you know,
rolled a-
actually, just roll a d20 because whether it's dodge or desertion, it's the same thing. Just roll a
All right,
d20.
well, I rolled a 19.
19. Okay. So you run and you he does that and you just you do get out of the way as you're reaching for him. Elvira swings for you. He swings kind of he's just not even paying attention. But Elvira tries to swing to just deck you, but you do manage to jump out of the way and get out. And as the winds are falling on you, Maisie, you kind of hear that voice, that doll. You see the doll as you sort of spin back, avoiding taking that horrible pain as the doll just kind of looks at you. You can hear her saying, "That's very disappointing. You still don't understand."
No, you don't understand. You want to know what I love? I love me. I don't want to die.
Maisie says nothing. In fact, you now aren't even sure you can see her. The doll seems lost in the swirling rains. Then there is this absolute wave of wind. You feel yourself being lifted up, so do you, Johnny, but to you it just seems like a sort of climactic, ecstatic hover. And
Fuck.
as you all move up, back in Merkshire, as the manager and the other Mistwalkers move through, and that horse is coming through, the sky opens up, and a driving, pounding rain falls down on you. Now, the presence of the mist, this does not bother any of you, but this is a torrential rain, and you all actually are feeling yourself being blown back. The mist are rolling in, and later in it says, "No, Dreadstone, not now! We must go! Quickly, hurry! Manager, give me and Everett, we are getting to you so soon, I promise. Give me just a physicality roll. D6 and D13.
9.
A 9. You keep your feet. You manage to not get blown back or not move, but you really you are having to kind of you're not moving forward, and you notice some of the other Mistwalkers. Oh wow, 2. So a lot of other Mistwalkers actually are being knocked back by the force of the gale.
I'm just can I try and pick one up? Is there someone who fell down who I can help up?
Sure. Who do you want to help?
Whoever's nearest to me. Yeah.
Whoever's nearest. Roll a d13.
6.
Gambler. She's like, hey, that's appreciated. This isn't, I wouldn't bet on this kind of weather, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Meanwhile, Everett, you and Dracula, and the fleecing schemester, and the voluptuous bikini team dancer, and another figure who you've picked up along the way, emerge from the woods nearby. Oksana, in a flash of lightning, you see a brilliant, bright reflection. A mechanical chrome body that looks just like Dahlia.
It looks just like her, or it is her?
It looks just like her. It is Dahlia, but it's like, it's not Dahlia because Dahlia's dead. It's a chrome body version of Dahlia.
Right.
Yeah.
She will wait for them to approach.
There's sort of Dracula says, a dread storm is upon us, and look at them. No, she's trying to pull the nightmare to herself. Why is... He kind of reaches out with his... There's this, like... You're helping up the gambler, and suddenly you feel this, like, spike in your mind. And he's like, Manager, what are you doing? You were supposed to prevent this. You were supposed to prevent this ritual.
I didn't know what to do.
Ignorance is no excuse. Make a will roll. Not detect 5, straight will.
I rolled a 10 on the D10, so...
Get to roll it again.
Actually, I rolled a 10 and a 6, so either... Can I re-roll both of them?
Sure. I guess so, yeah, to see which one you do.
I mean, that's a 7, so 17.
17, yes. Dracula, like, spikes at your mind, and you do resist it with a 17. You can feel him trying to, like, impose suffering on you for having failed him.
I was like, I'm sorry. In my mind, I'm like, I'm sorry.
You will be more sorry. You dare to resist me. It is I who made you what you are, not her, not them. You are a vampire before you are a mistwalker. He's furious. In the meantime, Everett, you see Dracula's very mad. The fleecing schemester is holding onto the bottom half of the voluptuous bikini team dancer's body, so her boobs are kind of like a little Eve he's under, you know? Like, he's like, oh man, things are getting serious out here. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't stick around there. This is a much better show. Whoa, cool. Dracula's like in some kind of like snarling, angry thing at one of his vampires.
Dracula, I am so sorry. Is there anything I can do to make you feel better, more secure, or perhaps pleasured by something?
The only pleasure I seek now is that of blood. If you can kill as many mistwalkers as possible, I will be most appreciative.
Well, do you have a knife or like a whip or something I can use?
Were there any weapons Everett ever had? Was he ever like adept at any stuff? What stuff would he be good at?
Wasn't it a whip?
It was a whip.
Yes.
Yeah.
He took it off of some guy. He took it off some Belmont, but yes, he will hand you a whip, that you can use. Jeremy's frozen. He would have liked the Belmont comment. I'm sorry.
R.I.P.
Sorry. So yes, you pull the whip out and you may go and you may attack. You may have at those gentlemen. Now you're probably wondering, which sheet should you be using for Everett? Since you've been doing lots of fun stuff, we haven't done it. You can use, let me see, your Dreadland Express, physicality, attack, weapon. You have a 33 in that. No, go back to your original Everett Plantain.
Okay.
And you get to roll 4d6 for this.
I'm like...
No, 4d8s.
Oh, baby.
Oh, man, introducing so many systems here at the end.
Like, where are my D8s? 1, 2, 3. Where are my D8s?
Very sorry about this. As you're
Oh,
doing
this is what keeps things fun, baby.
So we try.
I will not fail you, Dracula. I promise. And then he goes to. He tries to attack the weakest one.
Understood. Sure. There's a few on the ground, so you can just be whipping one on the ground. No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah. Here, you'll take out. You go ahead. Make your roll.
So, So do I? Is it the sum of all these, or I'm trying to remember?
It's matches. Did you get any matches?
Oh, there are no matches. That's right.
You can spend some power to re-roll.
How much? How
you
much?
should be at 13, so you could go down to 10 and make a re-roll if you wanted to.
Okay.
Do that.
And I re-roll
all of them, just all 4.
Okay, let's do it. No matches.
Everett is whipping around, but it's raining and crazy. But you know what? It's the thought that counts. You know what I mean? It's the fact that you're trying to whip.
And he looks back at Dracula to see like if he looks good, like with his shirt off, like kind of like whipping.
I will say that there's a flash of lightning, and Everett, you know what, Everett, you look like one of your wet heroes from the fish monster erotica you used to read.
Yes,
Yeah,
excellent.
Excellent. So as he's kind of snapping and going at it like this, kind of looking cool, you guys hear another sort of cacophony, sort of overhead, as basically like Wizard of Oz style, a whole building crashes down. And amidst the wreckage, as there are like strippers and people watching, you see Zeke like sliding into the mud. And from the wreckage, Johnny Voltage is still playing his music. Jeremy, I see you're back, but you're still frozen, so I don't know if you're hearing any of this. Very sorry about your internet situation. But you've already made your roll, so Johnny Voltage is just rocking and rolling no matter what. Okay. So.
About to say, either he's really pissed off or his screen is frozen.
Indeed. Maybe both.
He's so mad at us.
All right. So, Mr. Manager, you're trying to, as you're trying to sort of, pull up and do this. Zeke, you now find yourself amidst all this craziness. What do you want to do?
In the actual, okay, what the fuck is going on? Is there somewhere I can?
Oh, actually, Zeke, before that, give me a. Johnny doesn't have to; he has music immunity. But Zeke, can you give me another dodge roll, a d20, or just roll a d20.
Rolled an 18.
Rolled an 18. So you managed to you'll lose 2 power just from getting some bumps and scrapes and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Fair enough. Dorothy moment.
Yeah, you're still ultimately okay. So as Johnny is just rocking on the guitar still amidst this storm, amidst this sort of thing, Oksana, in a flash of lightning, you saw Dahlia. I know that happened a while ago, but a lot of people, everything is different.
No, during this whole thing, she is just like everything is. It's like when a bomb goes off and it's that high-pitched sound. All she sees is Dahlia, and she's just like through all this chaos, like walking toward her.
Okay.
And I would like her to make it to her.
Give me an athletics roll. You have a +7 to those. You're pretty good.
Okay. 16.
+7?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Perfect. Okay. You make it to Dahlia. Dracula, meanwhile, is like just snarling at the manager, but you make it to Dahlia. What do you say?
Well, she will first drop to her knees and say, I have crossed the Dreadlands to find you, to love you, to serve you, or to die by your hand. And she'll reach out to her.
Dahlia will say in this robotic voice coming out of her. And I know that, actually, Liv, what do you think Dahlia would say?
I don't You've taken over her now and made her do all these horrible
That's fine,
things,
that's fine.
and I wasn't even here for all of them, so I don't know what
That's
she
fine.
would
Okay,
say.
cool. Yeah. What I was gonna do is let you say something, then I was gonna say what she actually says, because that's what I did to Lauren a few weeks ago in a different context. But yeah, it's fine. The point is,
I know your game, you
Yeah.
funny man.
So basically, as you say this, Dahlia looks down, and you hear this robotic voice. It sounds like Dahlia, but it's clearly like a processed thing, and just says, "Oksana, no, you can't love me anymore. I'm heartless. That's what they call me. I'm still an amazing actor. But I have no heart. Oksana, make an insight roll."
14. So 16.
Do you remember what happened to you last time, Oksana?
Last time what?
Last session?
On Gibbet Hill?
Yeah, what happened to you?
My heart. I don't have a heart either.
If you like, I guess there's nudity in this scene, sorry, but if you like bare your thing, you will see that there is like a hole where your heart was.
She will rip her clothing, and depending on the rating of this movie, of this film.
It's believe me, it's art. You do what you must do. Yeah.
But it's artistic, so.
It's great, yeah.
It's fine.
And exposes this hole in her chest and says, "I have no heart that beats, but my soul always seeks you. It always feels you. If you are heartless, so am I."
All right. Liv, roll a d13.
Here we go. You gotta be kidding me.
Was it a 13?
Yeah.
It was a 13? Great.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Well,
Go ahead and
I-
roll. Go ahead and roll a That's 3 for you tonight, Liv. Liv, go ahead and roll
I don't
another
know what the
D13.
fuck is going on. Roll
Sorry,
another.
I'm
Yeah, roll it
kidding.
again.
Yeah, roll again.
3.
I rolled like 4 last.
Okay, 11. All right. So, with that, Dahlia, with a 13, Liv, what would you like Dahlia to say?
No, you're gonna be mean to me and say something else.
Oh,
I don't want Dolly to say anything. I want her to kiss her.
Okay, you pull her in for it.
Yes, for a metallic vampire kiss. A heartless on heartless kiss.
All right. You do that. In the meantime, Zeke Thomas, you're in the dirt, you're in the mud. Death is everywhere, but Johnny is playing that song. You see Everett looking like a sexy hero boy, doing everything he can to please Dracula, who can't do that. You see the manager trying to move others forward. And Zeke, as you're in there, but you look up and you see this vampire kissing this robot. And Maisie appears by you again and kind of like puts a little porcelain hand on your chin and moves it so that you're looking at Oksana and Dahlia. And Maisie says, That is what I want for all of you.
Then stop what's happening here.
Oh no. No stopping it now, Zeke. So if you truly love yourself,
leave.
Maisie looks to the break in the mist, where the Nightmare Rider is landing, where the Mistwalkers are running. What do you do, Zeke?
Does Zeke know what that is?
Do an intuition. Sorry you've done so many of those and it's a thing for you, but whatever.
It's okay. I wish I were better at them, but hey. Rolled a 6.
Understood. You're not sure. You just don't know what to do.
What are you looking at?
They're trying to escape, of course. A lot of people have escaped from here.
Escape to where?
Maisie just looks at you. Dracula, meanwhile, is kind of like striding towards the manager, like, you know, furious. By the way, Jeremy, if you can hear us, Johnny Voltage, you're just on the stage, you're rocking it, the wreckage of the 10-foot pole is here in Merkshire, and you're just playing your rock and roll upon it.
That's all I ever wanted.
Very good. Manager, you are moving toward the Nightmare Rider with a few Mistwalkers. You've got the Gambler, you've got stuff. Dracula appears in front of you. You dare defy me.
You left me. You left me first.
I thought I could trust you, but no. You have proven yourself a disappointment.
I had to make a choice.
Well, you have chosen foolishly. He attacks. All right, Mr. Manager. What are you gonna do here, baby?
I would like to, kind of dodge around him and move for the horse.
Understood. Make your dodge roll.
It's a 10. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Another 10. Holy shit.
All right, go for it.
8. So 28.
28. All right. Okay. I think you're gonna win it, but Dracula did roll a 13 as his first.
Okay.
So this is not on top of it. It's a 5. It's not a horror surge. If I can roll another 13, then he'll be at a 26, and then I'm in good shape. But otherwise, I probably can't quite get up to your level here. It was almost a 12, but it's a 4. So yes, you manage to however, in the dodging, you leave all the other Mistwalkers. So, Mr. Manager, you do move toward the horse, where Lady Rhiannon also is.
Okay. Then I just want to, sprint, go as fast as I can, whatever, yeah.
Lady Rhiannon is climbing onto the horse. And
Can
she
I-
sees you and is kind of gesturing. Hurry, hurry.
Okay. Can I turn into a bat and then try and nestle into her cloak or something?
Sure, make a vitality roll, yeah.
Alright, well, it's a 6 on the d6, so we'll see if I need to reroll that. That's a 9. Okay, it was a 9 on the d13, so 1. So we'll take the 9.
All right. A double thing you do, and she kind of looks around and suddenly feels you, and for a moment she's fine. So she kind of looks back at everyone. And spurring on the Nightmare Rider, she'll kind of go. Dracula says, kind of calls after, Rider, where do you go? We have an accord. What are you doing? I command you. Zane, would you roll for Dracula? D13.
Really stressful.
Very stressful, guys. A lot going on here.
Fucking 13, my bitch. 13. Oh, yeah.
Dracula's
so-
Dracula, baby.
so
go
good.
ahead and
Wow.
roll. Go ahead and roll a D13.
That was amazing. 6.
Okay, so no horror surge, but Dracula just... And Dracula just, like, does this, basically. And the horse bucks. I'll roll for Lady Rhiannon. That's a 13.
Hell yeah.
However, for Lady Rhiannon... Oh, man. Is that my third tonight?
Yeah.
So cool.
No, we've been rolling tons of 13s tonight.
The most auspicious event.
I rolled so many last time.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so with that, let's see, for Lady Rhiannon, a 13 is bad because she's not Dracula or Maisie. So Lady Rhiannon is bucked off of the Nightmare Rider, who is under Dracula's control once again. And she goes flying. You know what? I know it's late, Jeremy. Apologies for all. We'll speed some things along here. Lady Rhiannon falls off the horse.
You're all good.
And
Sorry, I was checking something.
from within her cloak, as a bat, you hear this horrible crunch as she breaks her neck on a rock. Dead. And every Mistwalker screams in agony. Mr. Manager, give me another vitality roll.
4.
A 4. Understood. You will lose 3 power just from like the pain of this sort of some strange psychic connection. You feel like something strange in your blood. It's not killing you, but it's a pain. And you see all of them around there. Give me another like weapon attack now that these Mistwalkers are doing bad. You know what? Give yourself an extra die on it because they're doing about they're suffering.
Yeah, let's do that. I like it. I got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Free reroll.
Pair of 3s and a pair of 6s. So I'm looking at my.
Look at the options there. 3s are dialectic logic, and 6s are shaped. Probably 6s are better for a combat thing.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you do smash you smash the already suffering. Everett, you break the camera of the tourist.
Nice.
He screams.
Take that.
In the meantime, Dracula sort of he turns back and he sees Maisie there. And he kind of he sees Maisie talking to Zeke, who's still not sure. Maisie will just kind of pat Zeke and say, oh well. Looks like they closed it after all. Now how are you gonna survive? Show me how much you love yourself, Zeke.
I don't know what you mean.
I know you don't. Dracula says, what this is... He leaps forward towards Maisie, kind of looking at Zeke and saying, you have been working with Maisie all along. Is that
No.
what it is?
I don't even know this thing's name. I shot at it and it came back and it's speaking to me in riddles. I just want to get the fuck out of here.
He kind of glares at Maisie and says, what is it saying to you? He grabs hold of you. What is she saying to you?
That I need to love.
No. He looks over at Oksana and Dahlia. He looks at Maisie, who's just kind of half smiling up at him. And then the fleecing schemester appears nearby. The fleecing schemester says, oh yeah, that's like in the whole title, buddy. Love and dread, so do go together. That's the whole thing. I mean, that's the kind of stories I always like, so that's the whole point, right, bro? Get it? That's Maisie's whole thing. She likes love and dread. Drax, no, but it... And he says, but you think I am not a master of love? You think I do not know love? And Maisie says to him, do you love Everett? He says, but love Everett. Everett is mine. Of course, the way his body feels, he looks at it as he's kind of whipping at his stuff. He brings me pleasure. He is a delightful plaything. But do you love him? The voluptuous bikini team dancer says, "You yourself have never loved." Direct quote. And Dracula says, he looks at Everett and says, I do not love him, no. I love nothing. I am hate. I am Dracula. And Maisie says, I know. And then she turns and looks at Oksana and Dahlia. Furious. Dracula reaches out to Oksana and says, Oksana, you fool, move away from her. It is a trap. I command you. I am your king. I am your ruler. Move away. Oksana, make a wisdom saving throw. Zane, please roll for Dracula.
Oh, Jesus.
D13, making it 13.
Oh no, only a 7. Plus 5.
12. Dracula?
9.
9. Okay, so Dracula, Oksana, you are pulling back. You pull back.
But only for a moment, right? Can I go back in?
No, Dracula is like, you're under a charm. Dracula is like pulling you away. So that's it. Move from her. This love is a trap. Move away from her. We will have power. Just do not give in. Do not give in to the love.
Can I... Using the... Is he physically pulling me off of her?
No, he's like compelling you. It's like a charm effect. You're having to move away from her. You're having to step, but you'll be able to try to save again against it in a moment. But right now he is beating you.
Okay.
What does Dahlia do as Oksana pulls away?
Holds on to her. Like, I mean, Dahlia's not gonna force her to kiss her, but she's also not letting go. She's like holding her arms and trying to keep her close. Does Dahlia hear what Dracula is saying?
Yes, Dahlia's auditory sensors are quite adept. Yes.
So then
She's
Dahlia...
really functional.
And then what is Dahlia's... I don't know, because I haven't... Is she interacting with Dracula?
Dracula just brought her here. He said he'd free her of her stuff, but she's now freed herself of it. She has freed herself from Maisie's insistence.
Okay. Don't listen to him.
Wisdom saving throw, Oksana.
Twelve plus 5. 17.
You pause. You try. You're kind of like you're resisting, and Dracula says, "Bah, no, you will heed me." Johnny.
Yeah.
What do you want to be playing now? Do you want to be anything you want to be doing?
What was the love song that I played?
Ooh, the love. Was it "Tear You Apart at the Dreams"? "Kissed by the Mist." There's a storm in heaven and a party in hell.
I think it was "Kissed by the Mist."
Yeah, "Kissed by the Mist" is a sweet one. Yeah.
Yeah, and Johnny's gonna see Oksana and Dahlia together and remember, like, the feelings he has for his guitar, and remembering how Oksana pushed him, and like hating her for it, but also understanding why she did it. And he's gonna switch the song to "Kissed by the Mist" in the middle of all this to see if he can break the charm.
Understood. He's
like a
just
bard.
playing "Kissed by the Mist." Go ahead and give me a performance.
Okay.
Oh no!
No, he gets like a million rerolls. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
Keeping rolling.
Yeah. He has four free rerolls plus ace. Anything that's under 5, he rerolls automatically for free.
20.
There we go. Johnny rocks it. Johnny Voltage plays. The Stone Man may be dead, but his music lives on.
Is that not what we all aspire to for our art?
That's the best we can hope for. Oksana, as you are like staying there and you hear this, Dracula screams no. Zane, if you don't want to roll for Dracula anymore, since he is trying to prevent love, you don't have to. But if you would like to, please give me a D13 roll.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Still my boy.
13.
Can I just show you guys? Can I just show you guys? Can I just show you guys?
How are we getting so many?
Dane, you dirty little mink.
So
Ah! Ah!
One of my
I
rerolls
love
was a
how
13
much
as
you're-
well.
I love how much you're ruining what your wife is trying to do.
Just rolling a 13 feels really good.
Hearing the music, hearing this, Dracula just glares and says,
Gotta roll
No!
for the horror, right?
What's that?
Horror surge roll, right?
Oh yeah, please roll a D13 for the horror surge, sorry. Oh man.
9.
Understood.
And again, 13-9.
13-9. Dracula will, sort of sensing this and seeing that this is what's happening, he's going to do the only thing he can do to separate these loves if he cannot charm Oksana apart. He gestures to the Nightmare Rider and points at Oksana and Dahlia. Oksana, please make a dexterity saving throw. Dahlia, would you just roll a d20?
Sure. Yeah, I was like, which thing am I using? Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
18 plus 6, 24.
24, great.
Yes.
10.
I love it. Okay. Dracula's not going down without a fight. Dracula gestures for the Nightmare Rider to swing hard, go forth, and the Nightmare Rider charges across this as Oksana and Dahlia are like clinging together and doing this. Oksana feels the sort of danger of this, and she feels it, and she kind of, she's probably trying to like help Dahlia, and she's trying to swing her or push her apart, but Dahlia's so much heavier than she's ready for. And Oksana manages to get free, and Dahlia is swept up by the Nightmare Rider. And before anyone can do anything, into the mist she goes and is gone.
Can Oksana chase after her? She will run into the mist.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Oksana, you rush into the mist. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
12.
Okay.
Plus 6, 18.
18. Okay. You're coughing or bad. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage. Sorry, everyone. I know it's going to be a long one. I knew it was
I
long.
rolled.
Oh, it's the finale. It's fine.
Just
I
roll
rolled
2 d20s and tell me that you get to use the lower one.
9. And that was athletics?
That was athletics.
16.
16. You are running, but the mist is too enervating, and you're coughing, and you can see the horse disappearing, and you're trying to leap forward, and you're just not there. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
8 plus 6.
14. Okay.
Thank you.
You will lose 8 points, hit points, and give me. I'm gonna let you try one more time. It's almost impossible to do this, but roll 2 d20s. You might roll 20s on both. That's basically what you're needing. Or maybe not 20s on both, but
11.
yeah, it's not happening.
1.
The 1. You are just like, you're trying to reach for her, and you fall into the mist. And the mist is sapping your soul. Oksana, if you want to, you can try to climb out of it to go back,
will.
but or do you want to go forward?
She will go after Dahlia.
Understood. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
9. So 15.
Okay. You take another 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And roll another d20. Roll 2 d20s at disadvantage. Just one last athletics check. Hail Mary. If you roll 2 20s, we'll do something otherwise.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's you know what? It could. It's a 1 in. What's the odds of rolling 2 20s? 1 in. No.
1 in 400.
4 and 3.
Oksana. So basically, as Zeke and Johnny, you're playing. Oksana's run in, and Maisie has kind of kept the mist sort of at a thing. You guys see Oksana fall and die in the mist. Maisie smiles. And Maisie looks at Dracula. Dracula has this moment of victory on his face. And he says, "No, I break their love. I cannot." He looks down at Maisie. "Don't you understand how much better that is?" Dracula strikes down at Maisie, but she's already gone. Johnny, as you continue to play, the world trembles. Manager, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like slowly like return to human form and then look around and see how the other Mistwalkers are doing.
Banged up, the tourist is holding his stuff in shadows. I don't think anyone is like dead, but everyone is in bad shape. Some of them are kind of they're actually all kind of rushing off together, like retreating together.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help them off and go with them.
Understood. Anything you'd like to say as you do so?
No, I don't want to draw aggro.
Understood. Anything you want to think, or I mean, even to them, just any words for the manager.
He's just I mean, just to the other Mistwalkers, like, let's get out of here.
Understood. The drifter's like, "Jesus Christ, yeah. Never trust a lady with an accent. No offense."
Can you like figure out the best way to like go? I use some as managerial.
Sure, yeah. Do a navigate and throw on your yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what am I even fucking
navigate and do your Dreadcon yeah, your athletics conference statistics, that's fine.
Okay, so
Sorry, Oksana.
that's a 9.
Understood. A 9 is double success. Yeah, double raise. You're not bad. All right, 1 raise, not bad. They go. Dracula's no longer paying attention to them. He sent the Nightmare Rider off, but he's furious. I don't understand. How could she? Johnny Voltage, you and Elvira are rocking it well. Is there anything you'd like to say or do in this moment?
Do I see Zeke at all?
You see Zeke, yeah.
I'm gonna, Johnny's gonna, try and get Zeke's attention and point her to the rift in the mist. But they're all gone.
The rift
or not the
is,
rift.
The rift is gone. Where the
how are the
mist
Mistwalkers going?
Understood. Okay. Okay, Zeke, you see Johnny doing that, but otherwise you just keep on playing.
Yeah.
I got a
I'm still
feeling
playing.
he's gonna be alive forever, dancing on the edge of the grave. All right, so Johnny, but then keeps playing. I love it. All right, Zeke, what are you going to do?
So the mist is closed. What he's pointing at me at is...
He's pointing at the Mistwalkers, and they are kind of going into other mist, in a way that they probably can't, like, escape. So it might be easy to follow, but it would get you away from all of this danger here, probably. If you wanted to sort of just go off there.
Are any of them going in the direction that Oksana and Dahlia went?
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not. Okay. And
You could go that direction if you wanted to.
Is Maisie still here?
No, Maisie disappeared.
Right. Okay. Do I recognize anyone going into the mist right now?
No, those yeah, you don't really know the Mistwalkers.
I wouldn't know any of them.
No. Zeke is alone.
Okay. Do I have any sense of like which direction would be the best to go or anything?
I mean, a sense of which direction? If
I
you're
don't know.
just
I'm trying to think if there's anything that would like guide a decision making process.
Go ahead and do an analysis. You get a double free reroll on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Just based on who's going where for what. 14.
You think probably those Mistwalkers are going to be going through mist, so you don't want that, but you do kind of just basically see like you see a clear path toward like a there's like a partially paved road, or at least like a coach road, and you're like, I'll just go get on that and just.
All right, yeah.
move
I'll
towards
just
where
beeline for that one.
As you do so, you move away from the craziness, but you see a little doll sitting in the trees.
God damn it.
And the doll says, I'm sure you'll find the way to show your love, Zeke, or you'll die trying.
Sure, great. Well, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Understood. Everett. Dracula is seething. Now, you heard a Dracula saying, I do not love Everett. He is now seething as he's looking around. I don't understand. What would you like to do?
How far away is he from Dracula?
You're like 10, 20 feet.
He approaches Dracula and says, Dracula, I knew you never really loved me, but I love you enough for the both of us. And that's fine with me. As long as I can keep eating oysters and just be by your side, that's okay with me. You're a real interesting guy, and you're a wonderful dresser, and I like how much power you have, and it doesn't matter to me. It's okay. Do I look good in my whip, though?
Roll a d13 for Dracula.
11.
Dracula, a low roll there would have been very problematic, for he would have killed you. But instead, Dracula will just look at you and say, not now, Everett. Not now.
Oh, okay, we'll do this later. Oh, shh.
The Voluptuous Bikini Team Dancer kind of says, like, don't talk to him when he's in this mood. He'll fuck us extra hard later, though, for it, don't worry. And the Fleecing Schemester looks up at Dracula and goes, well, that was pretty dramatic. I guess it's about that time. Pretty sure, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta get a pretty apocalyptic vibe going on here. I don't know what you're gonna do with the place now, because, you know, it's gonna be kind of interesting vibes here now. I think it's about quitting time. I'm gonna head on out. Dracula says, what do you mean you're heading on out? Well, I'm an arcane abomination. Sure, you know what that means. Means I can just actually could have walked out of here any fucking time I wanted to. Just kind of, you know, like the show. Maisie thought I was trapped. I wasn't. Funny. I made the place after all. No worries. I'm good. But, whatever. Marion Carey was around. She had a great set. It was fun hanging out with her. And then the rest of the time, I've been seeing all this stuff. She, you know, this one, she's just those are just two little puddles of heaven right there. Anyway, well, good luck with whatever happens. Get the feeling this isn't gonna. And Dracula kind of like just. What the? And he goes, all right. Well, anyway, bye, Maisie, wherever you are, and I'm gonna exit stage. I'm gonna go. I'm getting out of here, and he just leaves.
What does it look like when he leaves? Like he's just like.
Doop, doop, doop.
Just cracks a beer. Just kind of just walks through the mist, totally unaffected. Just heads on out.
Oh yeah.
Dracula now stands there with the Voluptuous Bikini Team Dancer and Everett are nearby. Johnny's still playing. What is? I don't understand And at this point, I'm so sorry. I know it's long. There is one little scene that has to happen. Dan, if you would please change your name to S.A. Rawlings. As Rawlings begins to gain some comprehension of what's going on, but it's all very limited. Being a brain in a jar doesn't give you much perception. But you are a brain in a jar. You see this kind of strange area. Rawlings, on which sheet are you going to use for Rawlings? He's got about 1,000.
I don't fucking
Do the Rawlings
know.
Paradise one. Let's do that. Give me an analysis. Add your 3 dread bonus dice. So that's 4 total bonuses and infinite rerolls, 5 or lower.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wait. So how does this? I have 4. I get 4.
You get 4 rerolls for free, and you don't have to spend those for 5 or lower anytime.
I get 4 rerolls for free. Okay. So the highest I rolled out of these is an 18.
Okay.
None of them are below 5, so I can just reroll all 4 of them again, or no, I rolled 4 together.
You don't have to roll them. It's just like that was your 4. That was just 4 rerolls.
I have 4 rerolls. Wait, so I have 5 dice total or 4 dice total?
5 dice total.
Okay. Great. Yeah, 18.
But any of them that were under 5, you can reroll for free.
Yeah, none of them are under 5.
Understood. With an 18, you kind of you rather quickly know what's going on. You were on one of these ships. You understood this happened to Dahlia.
Yes.
Hello? You can hear your voice like as like a crackly thing, through a sensor. And suddenly a little doll walks up to your tank that you're kind of seeing in this very pixelated way. And Maisie,
I know who this is, I assume.
Yeah, you know who it is. Yeah.
Hello?
Maisie says, "Hello, Mr. Rawlings. You have a lot of knowledge of dread, don't you?"
Yes.
What do you love, Mr. Rawlings?
I love uncovering these secrets. I love knowing more about the worlds around me. I love the learning. I love the discovery.
And what are you afraid of?
Not knowing it all. Not being able to learn it all.
That'll do. I'm leaving the Dreadlands now. But you'll come with me as the memory. You're a little big for a wee thing like me, though. She kind of gestures. Rawlings, now you're sort of seeing the world as just a tiny little pendant on a tiny little doll.
Like, can I move?
No. In any case, Dracula stands on the plain. The mists are still purple, but they grow much less vibrant in color as Maisie departs. She's gone. She has retreated, but I have won. Philip's repeating James like, "You totally won. We knew you would." Zane, give me a D13 roll for Mr. Dracula.
Five.
Dracula moves a hand and says, "I am the dark powers here. I am in control. I am. This world is mine to shape. It is." The mists barely move in response to him. She's drained it. No! This was to be my... Ah! You think... She thinks she has defeated me. I do not love, therefore I cannot control. Is that it? This is a punishment to me? She thinks she has wounded me? No, it is a worthless place now, but I am certainly not trapped here. I exist in all places. She's done nothing, but this is stupid. But it is a waste. The waste of it. There is power here. The things I could do from this place is to see the power. Do you not? He is just pacing back and forth, like ranting and raving, angry. Philip Bikini Dancer just kind of looking at you awkwardly, dancing to the music that Johnny's still playing.
Maybe we can throw him a party.
I think we absolutely should, because I love parties, and we should throw ourselves a party in the meantime. But for now, we should probably let him, just rage out for like a year or so or something, because he looks really pissed.
Well, that's okay. Maybe you and I can have a little bit of fun in the meantime.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She starts grinding on you.
And Everett grinds back.
So very interestingly, for our very final beat, Dahlia. Liv, could you roll a d13 for me, in fact?
Oh.
All right. Seven.
All right, Dahlia. Actually, wait. Perfect. Even better. Perfect. Dahlia. You've been pushed by this horse, and you tumble off of it onto strange, sort of soft ground. The Nightmare Rider sort of rears back and kind of, clops for a moment, then just takes off up into the sky. And Dahlia, as this is happening, your heartless connection to Oksana, you can feel her chasing after you. You know you've just been separated. But in this moment, I think you feel her die. Die chasing you.
No. No, not after everything. There has to be something I can do. Can I try to run to find her? Can I tell where she is?
Goat, I don't know what your last Dahlia sheet is. You probably only have, Robot Dahlia, the Heistalese one. Do a, perception check. You have a +2, so roll a d20 +2. Oh, no, actually, we'll do an Arcana check. It's a +5, so you get a +5 on this.
Okay, d20 +5. Okay, 18.
Okay, so 13, in other words. Great. So we've had 10 tonight, for the record, everybody. We've had 4, Zane's had 3, I've had 3. Dan, I'm sorry you didn't get any.
Dan got none.
You've had enough of other times.
I mean, you give us each another little beat, and who knows, we might get a chance to roll more.
Okay, 18.
Dahlia. She's in the mist. Nothing survives in the mist. You would corrode in the mist. Only that horse can pull you through safely, and he pulled you, not her. He was separating the two of you.
No. I don't care. I have to try to find her and say goodbye at least. Not after it. Do I at least know which direction to run?
It's not the same universe anymore, Dahlia. You're not even on the same plane of existence. You're somewhere else now.
Where am I?
Make another Arcana roll, d20 +5.
22, 21.
21. You're nowhere and everywhere. You're in something called the Dreamlands. Maybe you can find a way back to her, but you know she's gone. And that anger and rage, the fact that you were given this chance to have your will again, to have heartless love with another heartless thing, and now it's taken away from you. Whatever spark of humanity you regained, you burn it away. You want nothing but vengeance now. And you'll have it. For you are Dahlia the Heartless. And that is how we will end Blood from a Stone.
Wow.
So,
Way to bury your gaze, Philip.
I mean, it's
You only very more of them.
at least Dracula didn't kill Everett. That would have been like abusive and there have been a lot of problematic
That's
stuff.
true.
Would have been fine though. Everett would have been into it.
Everett would have been like, cool way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm leaving this earth, but I'm still coming on the way. So thank you all for watching Blood from a Stone. Kind of some crazy ending points there of some nebulous things, and not every character died because the Dreadlands have not been destroyed, but they have been drained, and they are kind of now this empty shell that is still a horror show, and still lots of stuff, and Dracula's in charge of it, but like he doesn't even care. So will it just be like an empty derelict thing that he doesn't even pay attention to now? It's interesting.
They're more like Malaise lands.
They're kind of like ennui, the ennui lands.
Ennui lands, yeah.
Goodness. Well, a lot of sadness. I'm sorry for Oksana. Obviously, she would run into that way. That was thanks for that 13, Zane, that allowed Dracula to spell
That was.
out.
I was so excited to get it, but then I had this sense of dread.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh no,
That's
what would that
crazy.
do? So thank you all for watching. Obviously, this ends this kind of strange thing, even though they're, Maisie and Dracula and now Dahlia and the Nightmare Rider are still players. And perhaps elements of the Dreadlands may, because...
Well, and Medina.
Oh yeah, Medina's out there too. But I just mean from tonight,
I have a really dumb question.
Yeah.
What happened to Etienne?
He escaped. You might not have been here. That he got out.
He got out. I feel like I've asked this before and I always forget. So he's just gone.
He made it out. Yeah, people who've made it out are...
Motherfucker.
Medina,
I wanted Etienne to suffer
Etienne,
more than anyone.
Ond, and the Fleecing Schemester, who did reveal he could have walked out at any time. That's just been a thing that I've known the whole time, really enjoyed, because that's the Fleecing
How
Schemester.
very
guy.
fleecing and scheming of him.
And also, and now Dahlia.
I mean, Rawlings.
Rawlings is escaped too. Rawlings
At what cost?
is with
Has
Maisie.
escaped.
Yeah.
He is now a head in a jar.
So,
Right
yeah,
in-
so
Head in a
guys, I
jar,
know it's
in a
super
locket.
late. I'm gonna do I'll try to do a wrap up more quickly. So we have other games on this channel. We're gonna have to change the schedule to no longer say Blood from a Stone on Fridays, isn't that sad? I will, however, go ahead and announce that we are still doing horror on Friday nights. I haven't even said what that is yet. But maybe next week we'll do a stream that announces that with some people who are around for that, and we'll kind of do a thing. But Friday nights will still be a horror thing. We probably won't fully start that campaign until January, since it's going to be a lot of times missing here and there. But we will do prequel games and setup games and learn to play games for it on the things. And you'll see many of the people here, some people moving to different nights, people coming back here. But yeah, no game tomorrow. Correct. So on Sunday, join us for Monster the Ravaging. On Monday, join us for the Dreamlands, where they're finally going to the TVU. Boy, how does this affect the Dreamlands? Since Dahlia's in the Dreamlands now, apparently. That's interesting. Haha. And then on Wednesday, we're back at the Deck of Long Lost Things, where this past week, Dan and Jed just did a two-man job of acquiring an artifact. So that was something else. So yeah, got a lot of fun here, but thank you for watching. You can go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, and our wiki to see how this all links together. Please follow all these wonderful people. on their socials. Would any of you like to say anything or plug anything or do anything? I know where Jeremy is. It's so late, and I should have let him just sign off.
No, it's okay.
Because it's
I enjoyed
so
this.
late there. But yeah,
It's a landmark episode.
it's a landmark episode. Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for being here. This has been awesome.
Thank you for
Closing words.
thank you for like everybody just for like being with us in this community. Like it's been really cool to spend every Friday with you all on screen and then you all in the chat.
Thank you, everyone in chat. I'm sure we had a lot of activity in chat. We appreciate you all being here, and it's really cool. And
Wait, I want to say something. I know it's getting late, but
no, please.
this, Philip, I love you. You know that. And thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of this. And I know we're still going to do like a Friday show, but this feels like the true end of an era. This got me through a lot of hard times during the pandemic and a lot of other things too, and it's meant so much to me, like everybody here and also in the chat. And I've made like real friends like here meeting you guys, and I love you guys so much. And even in the chat I've made real genuine friends, and this has meant so much to me. And thank you all so much, and thank you, Philip, for creating this amazing, horrifying, dreadful thing and torturing us every Friday, because it's been so much fun and it's meant so much.
Well, I appreciate that it's meant a lot to you, and thank you for being in it. Thank you to you guys. Also, thanks to all the people who played,
Everyone else who's not here right now.
Everyone.
Yeah, all the players who didn't make it at this end or had dropped out and other stuff. But it's been great to have such a fun rotating mosaic cast, and everyone has been here. It's just been awesome. So thank you guys so much. Well, I guess that's it. So that means that for the final time, I will leave you by saying, have a dreadful night.
Your bags are packed, you're at the door, a taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say, I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that, you had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? Not happily ever after anything, but don't give up, not for 1 hour. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. What you're looking for is in another castle down the line.